The survival strategies that we created as children, children, often keep running like well into the adulthood. I think it's true for everyone. Yeah. An important thing is that where we are, if whether we are aware of it or not. Yeah. And helping people become aware of it, it's where not only Reiki, but the coaching plays a really big role, I think. Yeah. And when I coach people, I ask them to write a notebook and share it with me. And the method I used was created by a lady's named Kiyomi Ishikawa, and it's called the Bad Mouthing Notebook. Yeah, through the title doesn't really capture what it really does, but I really think that it's more if more people can learn this method, then it could really reduce the suicide rate. I really believe that this method can save lives. Yeah. And people to ask people to put into words everything they are feeling and towards others or toward themselves. And yeah, the emotions like anger, frustrations, and sadness, and the blame they're carrying and all that. Actually encourage them to write down their negative thoughts. Then we carefully explore them together. Yeah. And I'm not really interested in, not, yeah, I am not really interested in the details in the note, but what's interests me is the meaning underneath them, those note. What beliefs are hidden there, or, oh, that's why it doesn't matter how, yeah, that's why they think this way. Yeah, so it really doesn't matter how negative the writing is. I'm not judging it. I'm just catching the words, each words. Yeah, just being curious. Yeah, what and curious being that what makes them this person see things this way. Yeah. So I ask question that helps people discover the beliefs and definition they are carrying inside themselves. Yeah. So yeah. No matter how much advice somebody gives you, it rarely creates real change unless we or you discover it for yourself. Yeah, I think it's unwelcome advice. It's usually annoying. Yeah, like listening to a boss that's relentless glory days story, or a parents telling us what we should do, or what to do, what not to do. And part of you thinking that, oh, I didn't ask you your advice, right? Yeah, but when the answer comes from within yourself, then you can't really run away from it. Yeah, you suddenly realize that, ah, I've been thinking about that, I've been believing that, and that's where change begins. Yeah. So, for example, imagine somebody says that my mother was a controlling person. And as a child, listening to mom may have been the safest option, right? It was saving them from the danger. If I obeyed, I wouldn't get yelled at. That becomes survival strategy. But when people we look deeper, we sometimes find beliefs underneath, like I wasn't trusted, or I was always wrong, or my opinion didn't matter. So over time, those childhood experiences become your identities that I am someone who can't be trusted, or I'm always wrong, or my opinion doesn't matter. And then life becomes like a game of uh, that, trying to prove that I'm not wrong. So people explain themselves endlessly, or they try to clear up misunderstanding, or they work hard to be understood. And but as long as that belief remains in the subconscious mind, then even if somebody says that I believe in you, then a part of them thinks, no, you don't, right? That's not because something is wrong with them, but it's simply it was a survival strategy that they created long time ago, and it's like it's got never updated. Mm, yeah. So yeah, subconscious mind is always trying to prove what it already believes. So if I believe, deeply believe in I'm wrong, or then somebody says, I completely agree with you, strange part of me might think that, well, if you agree with somebody as wrong as me, then you're wrong. Yeah. Yeah, so it's similar thing. If somebody says that you're such a kind person, then I might think that no, I'm not. Or if somebody says I love you, and I may think that no, that can be true. Because we protect the identity that we build around ourselves, and letting go of the identity can be really painful. It's similar to addiction, whether it's a cigarette or alcohol or something even stronger like heavy drugs. Letting go of something that you've relied on for a long time, that takes courage. And our identity uh, can work. Yeah, so our identity can work in the same way. If I spend years believing that this is who I am, and letting go of that belief can be really terrifying. Yeah. Um, okay, many wise leaders have said things like, if you change the way you look at things, think you look at change. Or that Gandhi famously said that that be the change that you wish to see the world. When I replace the words, that word with the person I struggled with, then the other person doesn't necessarily change. What change is how I see them change. Yeah. So often, what cause our suffering isn't the event itself, or it's not a father or mother or bully, or it's not even the past. It's the filter that we created. So when people hear that, they sometimes say that, like, okay, then it's my fault again. No, it's not your fault. It's not. The perspective was simply strategy that you created to survive, right? To avoid being hurt or rejected or abandoned. It was a really brilliant survival instinct that they created in a childhood or in adulthood too. So if you can simply recognize that, oh, I was so young and I was doing the best I could, and that was just a survival strategy. Then from there, step by step, people can begin returning to their natural themselves. Mhm.